What's going on, y'all? It's your girl Tri-Curia tuning in for yet another video. Y'all, today's video is about like things that I learned being locked out of my Instagram and off Instagram for a few months. I think it was like 4 going on 5 months. Could not get into my Instagram. And so here's some things that I learned and some things that I want to share with you. Come on in, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's get into it. So, yes, y'all, your girl could not get into Instagram for like a minute. And it was like very heartbreaking to say the least. In the beginning, like it was hurtful. Like it really did hurt my soul. But after a while I got over it, I got used to it, and I was like, okay, I'm okay. But also with IG, that's a lot of my connections too, as far as being able to see what's going on in the cities that I'm visiting and things like that. I know TikTok caters to that as well, but IG, like, I found out a lot of events and things through Instagram. And so I was just devastated at first, but it also made me realize that we put so much stock into like social status via like the web that it sometimes can taint like the reality of who we are as a person, who we are as an individual. It's like, you don't got no Instagram, who are you at on Instagram, who are you on social media, like, you got this many followers, you don't got 10K followers, this is that, like, who are you, or whatever. Or oh, let me see. I feel like I have never heard so many people say in my life, let me send this to you on Instagram, until I was locked out of Instagram. I'm like, I'm not on Instagram right now. And people look at you crazy, like, what's going on? Like, you're not on social media, why you do? I'm like, I'm on YouTube, I'm not on Instagram right now. I didn't even tell people that I was locked out. Probably like, I can count on one hand how many people knew I was like locked out of my Instagram, because I was just like, I didn't want to accept it, and I also knew like, no, I'm gonna have to get back in. Y'all, that 2-step verification, somebody need to do something with it, because it ends up locking you out of your own stuff. So that's another topic. But so yeah, a big takeaway for me was, who am I outside of social media? Like, my day-to-day interactions, like, what are you about? Like, what do you really do? If nobody can see what you're doing through the internet, what do you do on a daily basis? Are you still volunteering? Are you still working out? Are you still reading and writing? Are you still like, if you couldn't post about it, who are you? Like, do you actually live those things out in your day-to-day practice, or is it just a flex for the gram? And so it really gave me a sense of like discipline and reassurance that regardless if I can post or not, this is still a part of who I am. This is still a part of what I stand for. This is still a part of what I do, and I'm going to continue to do that regardless if the world can see or not. And for me, that was key. Like, that's something positive that came out of it, because we can get so hung up on the clout and this and that, and at the end of the day, it's like, most of the time, the most prominent people don't even have social media. If you want to be real about it, I know we are like a different generation, a different age, so we kind of lean towards it more. And like I said, I was hurt by it, because I'm like, you put so much effort and stuff into posting and things like that, making connections, and then just to not have access for months. Are you kidding me? Like, come on now, y'all. And so, but I try to look at it from a positive standpoint as well. Like, what am I supposed to get out of this? Obviously, I'm not supposed to be on for a while. And so this is a forced hard stop. And that's okay, because also I never gave up hope that I would get back in. Some people, like when I was reading on like ways to get back into my account, like they never could get back into their account. They had to create a whole new account. And some people, it took like 12 months, 10 months, 8 months. I'm like, oh no, y'all tripping now. Um, but there were really times where I was like, you know what? If I didn't have it at all, if I could never get back in, I'd still be okay. And I'm like, y'all, I feel like I just came out of a social experiment, because like you can feel like, oh my goodness, like you just lost a piece of something you've been building and working towards. And it's like, if at any moment if they decide to wipe it clean, take it away, what would millions of people do? Like billions. Like I feel like people would have a whole conniption. Like what happened, it was like a year or two ago when Instagram wasn't working for like a day or something, or 12 hours something, and people were losing it. And so it just made me really realize that like you still have to be okay regardless. And at the end of the day, the best life is the real one, the one that you're in right now, the tangible, the things that you can really experience in the moment. And whatever we can put out to the world is only an extension of who we are, but it doesn't determine or make up who we are. And I think that that's really important to realize, because sometimes people can hide behind a facade, or people can just hide behind the phone, the screen, like a whole new persona. And it can kind of distort reality in a sense, because some can believe that like the virtual reality is the true reality, when our immediate physical reality is the true reality, our spiritual. So it was deep, and it also was not cute at times, because it'd be like times I needed to look up something or whatever, and then it's like I can't even look up what I need to look up. Like I can't even be connected like that in a sense. But then it also made me think about, okay, how would I still be able to communicate regardless of if I'm a part of this platform or not? And, do you actually have those people's phone numbers? Do you actually have access and contact to what you need to in order to make things happen? And the reality is, now that's the real flex at the end of the day. Like, yeah, we can have this, we can have a check mark this, and we can have all these things on social media, but in reality, can you call them up if you need to? Or can you get in contact with somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody that knows somebody? So it was definitely an interesting journey for me, an interesting time for me to be able to, kind of take a step back and relax and chill and just really enjoy the moment without having to worry about what I'm going to post, and are people going to like the post, are people going to see the post, and all of these things. Like, it was just kind of like liberating in a sense as well. And so I'm grateful for that time of just like, it was like a fasting moment, I guess, but it was forced. Let me tell you, that was forced, but it still was good. And I'm happy that I was able to get back in at the end of the day. So I'm appreciative of that. But just really take the time to maybe take a week off if that's been on your heart, or you know a few days off. Like, start with what you can. But I think it is good for us to also like release ourselves from like the social media stronghold, and to really just take time to live in the moment and be. I'm not saying you don't get your content, but save up your content and then post it after your period has done, your 1 week or 2 week or 3 week month, however long stint. So you can still build up, so when you get back into it, you're ready. this is in no way to say like start slacking on your goals and things like that if you have targeted goals that you want to meet, but it is to say that sometimes a break is necessary. Even if it's forced, it can be beneficial. So I appreciate you all. If you have made it this far in the video, you truly are the real MVP. Shout out to you. Until next time, this is your girl Tricurious signing off. Peace.